Yes friends, now we'll see next question, short answer type questions. Name and describe briefly a method which can be helpful in separating a mixture of husk from grains, and what is the principle of this method. It is asking about this mixture. You have a mixture of husk and grains. So what is the principle to separate them, and which method is used to separate this mixture component of this mixture. You know, a method which can be helpful in separating a mixture of husk from grains is winnowing. What is this? It is winnowing method. So winnowing method is used to separate lighter husk from heavier seeds of grains, and it is done by wind or done by blowing air. Clear? And it is asking about this principle. You know, this method, it is based on the fact that husk is lighter and grains are comparatively heavy. So what happens in this method? This mixture is allowed to fall. You can see here, suppose this is a basket. So this mixture and mixture is there. So this mixture is allowed to fall from a height by shaking winnowing basket. You know, it is done in this way. Clear? So continuously it is shaked now. That's why it is called by shaking winnowing basket. So what happens? Husk, from this husk is carried away. You know, husk is lighter in weight now. So husk is carried away by the wind. By the wind to separate it. Yeah, it is so in this way it is separate. It is because of being heavier now. So it is carried away by the wind. Clear? Now then after grains, because of being heavier now, they fall on the ground vertically, you know, in a straight direction. Why? Because of being heavier. So because of being heavier, they fall down to the ground vertically and form a heap of grains. So this is done by this process. Yeah, it is done in this way. So what is the principle of this method? This is based on the fact that husk is lighter and grains are comparatively heavy. So this is the principle behind it. And which method is used for this? Winnowing method is used for this. Now next question, match the mixtures in column 1 with their method of separation in column 2. Now you know these are methods of separation and these are the mixtures. So which type of method you will use? Yeah, you will choose for these 4 particular mixtures. First mixture is oil mixed in water, and you know about this mixture already I have told you. You know, oil and water, when these are mixed to each other, so because of being lighter it forms upper layer, and because of being heavier water forms lower layer. Okay, so they make 2 separate layer. So above layer, so upper layer is made by oil and lower layer is made by water. So by decantation process, so you know what happens, this upper layer of oil is poured out very slowly and carefully to into another container, and this is done by decantation process because this is called decantation. So A option is related to this decantation process. Now next is, you have a mixture of iron powder mixed with flour. You have a mixture of iron fillings or iron powder or flour. How will you separate these components of a mixture? You know this is done by magnet, because we know very well iron powder, it is a magnetic material and it is attracted by magnet. Okay, so that's why these component of mixture are separated by magnet. Now salt mixed with water. Now you have a salt solution. So how will you separate this salt from its solution? It can be done by evaporation. As you know very well, salt completely dissolves in the water, it is disappear in this solution. But you know when this solution is heated, on flame, so what happens? Water starts changing into water vapor by getting heat. So it rises up in the atmosphere, and this salt is left behind. Okay, then after you have a mixture of lady finger mixed with French beans. You have a mixture of lady finger and French beans. So how will you separate them? You know, these are bigger in size now, so that's why by hand picking method. You know, for D option we will choose the second option. They can be separated, these components of a mixture can be separated by hand picking method very easily. Rice flour mixed with kidney beans. Now you have a mixture of rice flour and kidney beans, and you can see there is big difference in their size, and easily these components of a mixture can be separated by sieving method. Okay now, so we will choose these methods for these mixtures. Now next question, both Sarika and Mohan were asked to make salt solution. What it is asking? Sarika and Mohan were asked to make salt solution, but for this Sarika was given 1 teaspoon of salt and half a glass of water, whereas Mohan was given 20 teaspoon of salt. Yes, 20 teaspoon of salt and half a glass of water. So you can see here quantity of water is similar, half glass of water for Sarika, half glass of water for Mohan, but there is difference in quantity of sugar. Sarika got 1 teaspoon, sorry, not sugar, it is salt, 1 teaspoon salt, but Mohan got 20 teaspoon salt. There is very big difference now. Now you have to give reply of these two questions. How would they make salt solution? How would they make salt solution? You know, they will mix salt in with water. They will mix salt with water within a certain amount to make a salt solution. But you know, hence Sarika will make aperite salt solution because she has only 1 teaspoon. So she will add this 1 teaspoon salt in sugar. She will stir it very well and she will get a perfect salt solution. But Mohan has 20 teaspoon now. So he will add only few teaspoon. So there is requirement to add only few teaspoon of salt in beaker. So, but he can also prepare salt solution. Okay. Now, who would be able to prepare saturated solution? Yes. Now, in this question, it is asking about saturated solution. Do you know what is saturated solution? So, at first, it is very essential to know about this one. Then you can find out who would be able to prepare saturated solution. Saturated solution is the solution in which no more solute can be dissolved. What I am saying to you, this solution is the solution in which no more solute can be dissolved, and if more solute is added in this solution, so this extra solute will be appear as precipitate at the bottom of beaker. And this is called saturated solution. It means you can't add more solute in a solution. If you will add more solute, so it will be appear as precipitate. Clear? So who would be able to prepare this one? Obviously Mohan. Yes, Mohan would be able to prepare this solution. Why? Because you know, in case of Mohan, you know, in beaker would remain undissolved salt. What will happen? In beaker would remain undissolved salt at the bottom of this beaker. So that's why, because he has 20 teaspoon salt now. At first he will add 1 teaspoon, then 1 more teaspoon, then 1 more teaspoon. So continuously he will add and he will stir. So continuously he is getting salt solution. But at one stage what will happen now, more solute. Now the last teaspoon of salt will not dissolve in this solution. Okay, if you will try dissolve it now, so this extra, this more teaspoon will settle down at the bottom of the beaker. Okay, so because of this reason Mohan would be able to prepare this salt solution, not Sarika, because she has only 1 teaspoon now, that's why. Now Paheli was feeling thirsty. Yes, actually she was very thirsty, but there was only a pot of water at home and which was muddy and unfit for drinking. Actually she was only 1 pot of water and it was very dirty, very muddy and unfit for drinking. How do you think Paheli would have made this water fit for drinking if the following materials are available to her? Yes, you know Paheli has alum, tub, muslin cloth, very thin cloth, or you can say cotton cloth, gas stove, thread or pan and lid. By using these materials, how she will make this water fit for drinking, clean and fit for drinking? You know Paheli can fit this water for drinking by following sequences. At first what Paheli will do? Paheli will filter this water by using muslin cloth. Yes, so for this how will you write down? Filtration by using muslin cloth. So first method of separation, filtration. So first method of separation is used by Paheli to make this water fit for drinking is filtration. Filtration by muslin cloth. Okay, so this is the first step, first method of purification of water. So she will filter this water by using muslin cloth. After this now what she will do? After this this clear water, now water is clean, but after this shrill with alum. You can see alum is there now, so she will add alum